The staff. The first thing we will take a look at is what is called the staff. Take a look at this staff. You will notice that it consists of 5 parallel lines and 4 spaces between them. Each of these lines and spaces represent a different letter, which in turn represents a different note. In other words, there are various line notes and space notes. Another way to put it is that each line or space is named after a different note. The musical alphabet consists of only 7 letters. These letters are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. The grand staff. There are 2 clefs that you should know about. They are the treble clef and bass clef. These 2 clefs make up the grand staff. The lines and spaces of either clef are numbered from bottom to top. The bottom line is the first line, and the top line is the 5th line. The treble clef. Let's take a look at the treble clef. This clef, also known as the G clef, is derived from an ornamental Latin letter G. The line at the center of the treble clef circles the line that represents the note G. This is the second line from the bottom. Treble clef line notes. How are the lines of the treble clef named? The 5 lines of the treble clef from bottom to top represent the notes E, G, B, D, F. To make E, G, B, D, F easier to remember, various word cues are often used. They include the popular "every good boy does fine." Treble clef space notes. How are the spaces of the treble clef named? The 4 spaces of the treble clef from bottom to top represent the notes F, A, C, E. This one is so much easier to remember because it spells the word face. Recite the names of the notes of the treble clef from the bottom up. E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B, D, F. Do the same for the notes of the spaces of the treble clef. F, A, C, E. F, A, C, E. Keep practicing and commit these notes to memory. The bass clef. Let's now take a look at the bass clef. This clef follows the same logic as the treble clef, but the location of the notes is different. The bass clef is also known as the F clef. This symbol originates from the Gothic letter F. The dots of the F clef are on either side of the F line or the 4th line. Bass clef line notes. How are the lines of the bass clef named? The 5 lines of the bass clef from bottom to top represent the notes G, B, D, F, A. To make G, B, D, F, A easier to remember, certain word cues are often used. They include the popular "Good boys do fine always." Bass clef space notes. How are the spaces of the bass clef named? The 4 spaces of the bass clef from bottom to top represent the notes A, C, E, G. To make A, C, E, G easier to remember, certain phrases are used. They include the popular "all cows eat grass." Recite the names of the notes of the bass clef from the bottom up. G, B, D, F, A. G, B, D, F, A. Do the same for the notes of the spaces of the bass clef. A, C, E, G. A, C, E, G. Keep practicing and commit these notes to memory. Ledger lines. Ledger line notes. A ledger line is used to notate pitches above or below the lines and spaces of the musical staff. A line a bit longer than the note head is drawn parallel to the staff, above or below. These short lines are spaced at the same distance as the lines of the staff. Ledger lines are nothing more than a continuation of the staff.